sailor man. Oh, sailor man, run for the land. Oh, sailor man, come take my hand. Oh, sailor man, take me along. Show me the Port of Prince and Hong Kong.
Hey, welcome to Flapinchick Season 1, Episode 5.
5. Almost every time we
it.
do that now, I almost forget to turn the mic on every time.
Hey,
Hey.
we have some upgrades.
Yeah,
First off, the hats. We bought them. We also have swing arm mics.
I really kind of wish it would like fall.
Dude, if everything, like the desk just imploded right now, that'd be...
I'd be a little upset. This would be the last episode you'd see of Fatty.
We could just see the noose in the background next week.
Oh, shit.
We also have foam boards.
Well, we got enough headboards to do it.
Oh,
Do we?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
and
think
they're
called foam
perfectly
boards.
straight. No gaps between them.
No, they're completely fine. Don't notice. Don't look at those. We ran out of tape.
I do think it's funny if I move this far enough, it hits the pole.
Can you hear it? Do it?
No.
No.
It doesn't do that.
I was hoping you'd fucking slam that.
No,
Don't
it
actually slam it. That'd be stupid. So, there's a reason we're wearing these Mickey Mouse hats.
I was just repping Disneyland and Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. Also,
he had
don't
a lot
sue
of
us,
good
Mickey
ideas.
Mouse.
I don't think
Let's just throw it out there.
Yeah, I
just
don't
in
think
case.
we're repping him, dude.
Yeah.
Though I will say I didn't exactly agree with some of his ideas back in like the 30s.
He was kind of anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
That's one way to put it, at least. But this is our first official birthday stream.
Oh shit, it
technically.
is, isn't it?
Yes.
Pow, pow. I just wanted to do that. Yeah, we have sounds now.
I'll be turning 22.
Dylan.
I didn't know what you wanted to do.
We have soundboards.
You're
now.
21 now?
I'm taking this
Oh,
fucking
shit.
thing off.
Okay. All right, we were festive enough.
Sorry, it fell off.
Rep Disneyland. We're
Yeah.
not sponsored
No,
by
actually-
Disneyland.
I think I'll be 26. So,
Speech.
I'm a year older.
Speech.
Yeah, here's my speech. Why couldn't have my son waited one more day to be born? Because if he would have waited one more day, we would have been exactly a week apart.
Oh.
But
Oh,
we're
we
a
need to-
week and 1 day apart.
We need to get his 1 week 3-year-old update. Like, hey, this is 1 week of being 3 years old.
He's still a little shit.
I just hit the fucking table. Help me.
We're actively potty training him, and he doesn't like wearing a diaper. Like, he hates it.
Yeah.
So we try not to let him. As long as he pees and poops in the toilet, we're cool with it.
Mm-hmm.
He's been shitting on the floor. Probably like once a day. So it's.
I mean, I'd do that if I could get away with it.
I would. I don't know if I'd want to pick up my own poop though.
Oh, that definitely
the
takes
part.
it back a few
Yeah.
notches.
When you have to like sit there and like smell it and scrub it out of the floor, that's when you're like, okay,
Yeah.
this might have been too much.
Like, who the fuck?
My old lady definitely does not love me enough to
How
do
old
that.
is she?
I think she'll be 25 this year.
So it's pretty old.
Oh yeah, pretty old. She's been getting up there in years. So I'm gonna start looking
Yeah.
for a new one.
She's out of her prime now.
What did Matthew McConaughey say in the movie?
Oh, yeah.
As-
I get older, they stay the same age.
They
That wasn't
stay the
rapey at
same
all.
age. No, that was weird.
Yeah.
I can't believe he okayed that.
Yeah.
Like saying that in a movie. I don't know if I could ever do that.
There's like some guy I went to school with in middle school. There's a little caveat thinking about that. He's basically that. He's like a shitty local MMA fighter. He's not good, and he's getting in a lot of shit on the local Facebook page
Yeah.
for the city because apparently he's my age, but he's trying to date like some girl that's like 16.
Yeah, can't do
And
that.
it's a bit weird.
Can't do it.
So he's like the real life Dazed and Confused Matthew McConaughey.
He kind of sounds like the startup version of Ricky Bobby's dad.
Oh my god.
He's an amateur MMA fighter.
That's still one of
16 years old.
that's still one of the best fucking lines in a movie ever. Is that a Huffy, son? That's a nice bike when he's riding away on his fucking bike. Is that a Huffy? He just kept ordering pizzas so he could get him. Why didn't he just fucking call?
I think that's a top 5 movie for me.
Hey, it's up there, dude. Fucking Ricky Bobby. The
Dude,
Ballad of Ricky
yeah.
Bobby.
That Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Step Brothers.
I mean,
is
Will
great,
Ferrell
too.
movies. Dude, one that doesn't get the fucking love it should is the one that Will Ferrell played in with Zach Galifianakis, where they were like the mayors or the governors or whatever of like a southern state,
Oh
and they
my
were
God.
running against each other.
Yeah.
That shit was so goddamn funny.
What was the name of that movie?
Like the campaign or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I haven't seen that one
Because
as
Zach
much as the others, but that
Galifianakis,
one
like,
was hilarious.
his character is not gay, but like
Yeah, he had like
has
a
the
really
gay
high-pitched,
voice.
the high-pitched
Yeah.
southern gay dude voice, kind of. Children, can you do this? Like that's kind of how he talked. Fucking yeah. Actually, I want to just since it's the fucking birthday stream, I just want to get this out of the way before I forget. Kind of like Dylan, the few episodes ago now, or maybe two. He yeah, he got me a gift. It wasn't for a birthday, just it was it was just kind of a trophy of a conversation. But this, I got Dylan a little something for his birthday. Yeah, and just want to open this on air.
Yeah. I don't kind of.
This cost me $8,000. All right, so
Heck.
it's a shirt.
Sure.
All right, you gonna read it?
Oh my fucking God.
Okay, you got it.
Dude, I have wanted this shirt for years, dude.
You have? Dude, I saw it
Yes.
and I was like, I have to try to get it. Oh my
Holy
god!
shit.
Holy shit! That fucking shirt made
Sorry.
our white
Oh,
balance.
I thought it peaked
no,
really bad.
No, that's
No.
good. No, the camera auto adjusts.
Oh
for
my
white balance.
God.
Yeah, dude, I saw that and I was like, all right.
I have legitimately wanted this shirt for years.
I think I might have got it too big.
Extra, it's an extra,
Extra
large.
large. Oh, all right.
That's the best. I don't think we can go anywhere. Oh, all my other gifts are going to suck now, though. That's legit. I'm not kidding you. I've wanted that shirt since I was like a teenager.
Did you really?
Yeah, I swear. I swear on everything.
I was looking. I don't remember how I got to it, but I was looking something up, and I thought of that.
So fucking
I think I might have just thought of like just the saying, just being stupid, like don't commit suicide. And I typed it in, and it was like shirts, and I was like, okay, and I fucking got it. I was like, holy shit, that's hilarious.
I kind of want to put it on right now.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
am I allowed
but
to
see,
do that?
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can do whatever. But
Oh my God, we
the
can
thing
also
is,
show
but you're
off-
not going to be a Raiders fan anymore if you take it off.
This is the Oakland
So yeah,
Raiders.
that's
Who
the
gives a shit about them?
Yeah, they're LA now.
I can also show off the tan I got this
Aren't
week
they
at
owned
work.
by the guys that used to own the UFC, the Fertitta brothers?
No.
In Vegas or something?
No.
Or not owned, but
They might have a thing.
they're in. They changed to their stadium. Ah, dude, you're so fucking buff, dude.
Are you allowed to show nips?
Male nips, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, what kind of cup do you think your tits are?
At least an A.
At least an A.
At least an A.
Yeah, there's a lot of
This is
females.
the fucking greatest shirt.
What if I sprayed that
Ever.
in anthrax?
I don't
I
care.
don't know how you could spray something in anthrax.
As long as I last for like another hour of conversation, that I'm
Oh.
completely fine.
I do
with it.
think it's funny that you can just see his head.
My arms hurt really fucking bad right now too because they're all sunburnt.
Wow,
The
I was
shirt
about to
just
say, I
rubbed
was
off
like, I don't
against
think
it.
the shirt's that
No,
fucking heavy.
No. This is legitimately the greatest fucking thing ever. I'm so happy.
I just, the whole time I was just like, I don't know if this is the right size.
I'm wearing this down to my mom's tomorrow too. Oh, dude, this
Yeah,
is
dude,
seriously
it's funny as
great.
Shit.
I can't wait to your birthday now. I have to one up.
No,
it.
no, you don't.
Oh, okay. I won't do
I
it
don't.
then.
I don't age. I'm an old sage wizard.
Oh,
Yeah.
they still get old though.
Yeah, but like it's
What?
not like they can keep themselves alive with magic. I'm like 645 years old,
Holy shit!
allegedly.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
You're almost 700 years old, and you decided to go to school at the same time as I did.
Well, I like to identify as 500. I mean, come the fuck on, dude.
Do you think? Do you think there's like female wizards out there, like are like the human women that are like?
Aren't they just called witches?
Is that the same paradigm?
I don't know, actually.
I don't know what else works.
Wizardry.
Yeah, we're gonna be fucking with these things a lot just because it's new to us. By the way,
Yeah.
these arm, what are they called?
These are called boom arms, I think.
Boom arms
Or mic mounts.
or swing arms, maybe. I'm just throwing out suggestions.
They're Mr. Mic holders is what I
Whose
call them.
elbow do you think works better, mine or the boom arms?
Are you known for your elbow?
Yeah,
Like its function.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
pretty
Mine's
solid
better.
elbow. Yeah, but mine has a really good slap function.
Whoa.
You want to start off with news headlines this week?
Sure.
Okay, we'll do that. Okay. So this one actually, I saw this tweet Saturday night
Yeah.
or Friday night last week after I left your house,
Yeah.
and I just thought this was funny.
I just want to do that randomly to keep you on your toes. I want to try to.
Which one's the intro for news stories?
Suck.
I don't know. That's gonna be the one when football season starts.
All right.
Anytime you're getting pissed at the Raiders.
Oh god. I'm like looking.
No,
forward.
actually, this will probably be you when they're doing bad.
It'll be. I'm looking forward and also not looking forward to recording myself after every game. It's gonna.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna look really bad on me because I'm a little bit too much into that shit. But all right.
Those guys.
So this tweet from last week is from a San Francisco newspaper.
San Francisco.
The Bay Area saw no new COVID-19 deaths today for the first time in 3 weeks. A local bartender and spirits maker was arrested on child porn charges, and the Richmond man found eating his dead grandmother has been charged with her murder. I just saw like that.
That kind of feels like that could all be like this, like the same fucking person, like
It
surrounding
really-
the
yeah.
same person.
Yeah, that's just one of those
Maybe
things that
there's
kept
no
getting
new
worse.
cases because that guy's eating everyone.
Eating everyone, eating
Yeah.
all the grandmas who have it,
Yeah.
eating
And
all
what
the
was
old
the second
people.
one?
What was the second one?
Yeah, I'm gonna,
A local bartender and spirits maker was arrested on child porn charges.
yeah, that's what it was. He knew he was gonna go to prison for that.
Yeah.
So that guy was like, I'm gonna start fucking eating people to save people from COVID to clear my name.
eating dead or eating grandmas
Yeah,
who
he's
had
like,
COVID.
I'm sorry.
We
You
need to
gotta,
make
you gotta
that
practice
distinction.
on someone.
They're the easiest targets.
They're easier to wrestle to the ground.
Easier to hold down. Like their hips, they're okay.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
Those fucking kneecaps snapped like a fucking Kit Kat.
All right, we can switch it up a little bit from that fucking conversation. All
I
right.
could keep going.
So Looney Tunes is coming back. Elmer Fudd and Yosemite Sam will probably not
very,
have their
very
weapons
quiet.
this go around.
I'm
though.
hunting rabbits. Oh, they don't have. He has to have a gun.
Apparently
What
they're
the
not.
fuck's he gonna kill him with?
I don't
Well, he never kills him anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, well, thinking about it, he does kind of suck
really.
at
Yeah,
hunting.
a lot.
So, I don't know. Like, is he just gonna walk around, be very, very quiet? I'm pointing at rabbits.
I don't know, but they said they're
Very,
not.
very
It's not going to have
quiet.
any weapons at all on them. So that's going to be
Yeah.
interesting to see what they do with it. At least
I killed a rabbit.
that's
That's what he always said.
And probably
Even though he never did, he
the.
was full of shit. Elmer Fudd.
Did he ever get Bugs Bunny? Like not shoot him, but like did he ever?
I don't
can't-
think so. I think he always got outsmarted.
Okay, I mean I know
So
because
you know
that's
what?
the
Think
trope.
about it. If you're getting outsmarted by a bunny, then you don't really deserve a gun.
Well, he did kind of. Elmer Fudd's on the spectrum.
Yeah,
We're allowed
he
to
has
say
a
that.
speech impediment.
Well, it's more than just the
Very, very
impediment.
quiet.
Look at the shape of his head. It's like the.
Hello, Dylan. I'm hunting a rabbit right now. He
Didn't they
sounds, he
have
sounds like a grown-up little kid that's trying to talk.
I'm trying. Didn't
Hello, Dylan.
wasn't he on a South Park episode where they were at? I'm pretty sure he was
Oh.
at like Lake
Yeah,
Titicaca.
I think so.
So I think maybe
Did you say Lake Titicaca?
Titicaca.
Oh, I thought you said Titicaca.
Like
I was
that's
gonna
a completely.
I was
different
gonna
one.
say something about Avatar, but I don't. You're not probably not there yet, so I didn't want to spoil it
No,
for you. I was
I
gonna.
haven't watched any Avatar.
I
this
can't
week
have my
either.
hot Avatar references.
Not yet. Not yet. Well, that's because also Avatar is taking a back seat because I'm watching
Oh,
Space Force right now on Netflix. I'm going through that. It's actually a really good show. I like it so far, at least.
Avatar's way better than that. I don't even know what it is.
Probably. It's the guys who made The Office and Steve Carell's the main character. It's
I've
nothing
seen that
like
trailer
The
for
Office really, but it's just like a
I know
it's
what
like
you're
a
saying, yeah.
20-minute comedy pretty much, but it's all right. It's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, that's just it's Fucking so Avatar's taking a back seat now.
To that, yeah.
That's fucked up.
Just because that's the new hot thing on the block.
New hot thing.
Yeah.
New hot thing.
But it actually is. I would recommend it though. It's not an amazing show by any means, but like I've actually like laughed at parts of it.
Yeah.
So I'm not finished with it yet, so it could suck. So future me will discuss this later.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it sucks, just based off of the fact that I just want to say it sucks.
Going on a limb. Just being on the other side of the fence.
What
do you do if you watch it?
Because you badmouthed Avatar.
I haven't badmouthed it yet. It's just okay so far. It's just all right so far. That's it. All right. So in the second worst news this week, Cops the TV show gets canceled by Paramount Network, and the network also pulled last weekend's episode amid the protest of Live PD.
So they were going to cancel it anyway, but they just kind of sped it up because of... They
canceled Cops because of the protest, and also that Live PD show they do now, which is Cops but live.
Yeah.
They said we're not going to air a new episode this week. I don't think they're airing a new one this episode or this weekend either.
Oh.
Because of the protest.
Okay.
They said they're probably going to bring Live PD back. Who the fuck knows?
I mean, it's a travesty that Cops is going away.
Yeah.
You know how many goddamn amazing things were on that show?
A lot.
How many goddamn people that were just blatantly full of shit, and they would lie right to a cop. Somebody somebody would resist arrest, and they would arrest them, and then they'd have them against the car, and they would pull out like fucking 50 crack rocks, and they'd be like, I don't know how that got there. It's in your wallet. I don't know. That's not my wallet. It has it's literally fucking Patrick from SpongeBob.
Dude,
it's not my wallet.
I saw one actually earlier this week because I looked at
50
and there was like this Indian
in
dude that got pulled over, and they found like a crack pipe in his thing, and he was like, "What?
Oh my god! Yeah, that's not mine.
I don't know where that came from." And he's like going through their phone. He's like,
honestly, it's not mine.
You just texted Christine and said I have snow and weed.
Oh my god, is that was one of a guy. He was sitting outside in a parking lot, and he had like a flip phone, and he was texting somebody like that. I think it was a prostitute or something. And he's like, so what are you doing out here? And he's like, I'm just kind of sitting out and hanging out. And he's like, so you didn't just text this person this? He's like, no, that's not. I didn't write that. And then he's like, can I see your phone? And he just points like, what is that? And it's the message that was sent is I didn't send that. Like who else would send it?
That's how you know they're on really, really bad drugs. When it's like, go through my phone, fuck it. And you just texted someone, I've got money and cocaine, let's fuck.
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's really fucked up. I don't know. But in the worst news this week.
Worse than Cops being canceled?
To me, yes.
Okay. I guess I'll be the judge of it, depending on what it is.
Chuck E. Cheese is probably going bankrupt, and they're closing all the stores.
That is a bummer, dude. But you know what? Fuck them, because I never got them really high-tier prizes.
But the pizza, though. Chuck E. Cheese pizza is better than most, like, national chain pizzas. I will die on this hill. I will die on this fucking hill.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm down on that hill. Fuck them. I hope they burn in flames because I never got them high tier prizes.
But why are you blaming them for that?
I remember I used to play the Bart Simpson skateboard game there. Like it was an arcade game. It was awesome as shit. But I remember I used to do all sorts of shit, and they'd fuck you with those tickets, man. You wouldn't get the high tier shit. They had like 3 or 4 really cool ass things that they were completely unattainable, and then like the average shit would just be all this fucking horse shit. Like, hey, here's a fucking little ring pop. Like, fuck you, dude. I'll go buy one at Dollar Tree.
There's glow sticks for like 10 tickets or whatever.
Yeah, like fuck you, dude. I want that really cool ass thing.
You just had to spend all day working towards those really good
dude.
Gifts. But if it makes you feel any better right now...
Yeah, but nobody likes those kids that were like embracing the grind of Chuck E. Cheese.
No, but those are the free-to-play players that just spend like $100 to like level up right at the start of the game. Yeah, those are the whales. But
I can't believe
if you go to Chuck E. Cheese now, you can actually, they have it set up to where, because like they're still like no one's allowed in there.
Yeah,
you can buy like most of the shit. Like they just have the actual price of them up there. Because I went and bought 2 pizzas a couple weeks ago from there. It's still really, really good though.
Scale of 1 to 10.
Oh fuck.
Wait, are they better than? Because it's been a while since I've eaten there. But are they better than CC's? That's
Oh
kind of
God,
similar,
yeah. No, CC's is the lowest form of pizza, but
It's that. I mean,
the
it's
same.
all right.
But it's the same thing as Taco Bell. It's cheap as fuck, but you know what you're getting into. Like
Okay.
you're
Is
spending
CC's
$5
better than like the fast food pizza, or worse than the fast food pizzas?
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right, what's the worst fast food pizza?
If we're counting, it's CC's. If we're counting every like. If
Okay, but like,
if it's-
I mean,
but-
like of the big,
Yeah.
like 3 or 4.
Pizza Hut's the worst pizza.
Yeah, I mean, it's good, but like, I like Papa John's better.
I was about to say because your big three is Pizza Hut, Papa John's, and Domino's.
Yeah.
And the way I've always tiered it is that Pizza Hut has the worst pizza, but they have the best breadsticks.
I'd say that Domino's is worse than Pizza Hut.
The pizza,
Yeah.
to me, Domino's is number 2
The
in
thing
pizza,
I like
but
about
the worst
Domino's
breadsticks.
is you can get like sandwiches, like you can get stuff other than
Yeah,
pizza. There.
pasta,
Like yeah.
shit like
But
that. But if you're going strictly off pizza, though, to me, they're number 2.
yeah, Papa John's out of the when it comes to like fast food pizzas, definitely
Yeah,
S tier.
they're number 1 to me, without a doubt. S tier.
It's just been a while since I've eaten CC's. It's probably been a few years.
we
And
usually
it's been
actually
even longer since I ate at Chuck E. Cheese. Shit.
probably last year. We probably went about maybe once a month, just
Yeah.
because my old lady really likes it. But it's like I said, you spend $5, you can eat as much pizza as you want to. That's how you know it's not good pizza. But that's
Yeah.
what makes it worth it, though.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, it was lit because they had the little arcade shit in the back.
Yeah, they still have that back there, by the way.
Damn,
So it's still good.
that was a lot more lit
But-
as a kid.
Little Caesars is you know what?
I don't mind Little
I
Caesars.
think CC's might be better than Little Caesars. I'm trying to think right now. I don't know because they're about
I'll
the
rock.
same level.
I don't know, dude. I honestly don't give a shit, but I will say that Papa John's is.
Papa John's
The
is the
best.
best, without a doubt.
But
they're the
I'm
best
not
pizza.
gonna shy away from any of it.
Next time you order, my ultimate order of a pizza from Papa John's is chicken and mushrooms.
Chicken and mushrooms are good.
Yeah, that from Papa John's. That is the ultimate order. Oh,
Uh,
also, let me throw this out
There's
here real
lots of
quick
good
too. The other thing that makes Chuck E. Cheese pizza better, or at least on par with everything else, I think it's better than Pizza Hut pizzas, but they also are the only other ones that do stuffed crust. You've got Pizza Hut and Chuck E. Cheese pizza that do stuffed crust, and I feel like Chuck E. Cheese pizza is better
yeah.
than theirs. So, like, I just wanted to get that out there.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't put too much thought in it,
Dude,
but I do think like Papa John's is the best.
if I could legitimately get it ordered here, I would do that right now. I would get Chuck E. Cheese pizza ordered here. If I had the ability to, I would.
They have. I don't think they deliver though.
They don't. They don't.
I mean, which
You have to
hey,
call to
you
pick
can go
up.
in and be like, my birthday's in a couple days. Can I go in and get some pizza?
Yeah, I wish. No, but go. If anyone happens to listen to this, please go get a Chuck E. Cheese pizza. You can call ahead and order it, and they'll have it made for you and everything. Just go and get it. It's fucking worth it. Don't let Chuck E. Cheese die.
Okay.
It's so.
I'm saying, unless they cough up some of them high tier prizes, then Chuck E. Cheese can go fuck itself.
I'm gonna just give you $50 on one of those cars and let you go there all day one day. So just so you can get the high tier prize, unless you suck
Dude,
that
I'd
much
totally
shit at
get.
arcade
I'd get
games.
all the prizes now.
Oh, except the high tier ones.
Dude, I'd get all of them.
No,
I'd be like,
you
shit,
wouldn't.
dude. We ran out of fucking prizes because you're just getting all of them.
No.
Dude, we ran out of tickets. It's never happened before.
Do you think you
I'd be
beat me
it's
at,
just
skee
fucking
ball?
par for the course. Is that the thing where you roll it up? Oh, dude, 100%. They call me the
Go ahead.
I was gonna say bullseye, but I said bullseye. They call me the bullseye kid for a reason. I don't fucking miss. All I do is hit right on there.
Yeah, I
They
don't
call
think
me the
that's
high
true.
score kid.
Do you?
Yeah,
How many high scores do you have on arcade cabinets today?
all of them,
All of them?
every one.
So if I go and
And if there isn't one, it's only a matter of time.
because I've been to Chuck E. Cheese a couple times in the past couple years, and I've never seen fat or anything on or COD on.
I
the
go by a
scoreboard.
different name.
What is it? Your
I can't tell you.
What's your arcade leaderboard name?
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
What's your ALN?
There's a lot of people that follow my shit, and I can't divulge.
So you have to
that.
switch it up every
Yeah.
now and then, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's the same one, but it's
okay.
you know,
ASS.
no,
Oh, SHT.
no,
FCK.
Yeah, all right, I'm gonna divulge what it is. You ready?
Yep.
It's just WOW. Because that's what people do when they see my high score.
Okay, dude. That was such a shit joke. Jesus.
God damn it.
Okay.
You gonna be all right?
No, let's just fucking move on. Oh, man. All right. In our finally it happened news of the week, NASCAR is banning the Confederate flag from you can't use it like as a fan, you can't bring it in.
They're alienating a huge part of
big
their
part of-
viewership.
Yeah. But shout out to them.
I saw something about that on Facebook, and I kind of clicked on the comments because I knew it was gonna be hilarious.
Oh, shit show, yeah.
And it was 850 just like mullet people
Yeah.
going, not getting my business anymore, motherfuckers.
Fuck 'em.
They basically became Dole from Sling Blade. You motherfuckers.
Yeah. The only
It's
thing
heritage, not hate, motherfuckers.
the only thing I'm wondering is when all other sports are going to follow at this point.
I don't know.
I don't see why it's not widespread ban everywhere, to be honest with you. Like,
Yeah,
that shit
I don't
belongs
know how
in
many-
museums.
I don't know how many fucking sports just have a shitload of Confederate flags, though.
Cornhole events.
I guess it depends on where they're at. Well, yeah, but you're talking about, like, nobody gives a shit sports. Like, NASCAR, NASCAR is popular, but, I mean, to be fair,
I would say...
look, I don't,
Yeah.
NASCAR can go fuck
I don't
itself.
see how you watch it.
Yeah, it's just, oh, shit. It's basically like where people just kind of hope for the tragedies to happen because that's the fucking only thing exciting. Oh,
That's
shit, somebody hit a wall.
Yeah, that's the human intrigueness and carnage,
Ricky
pretty
Bobby
much.
was like the best thing that happened to that.
Honestly, yeah, I would say so. I'm trying to think of the only other thing I can think that's better for NASCAR than Ricky Bobby. Oh God, I was about to say something really fucked up, but I don't know if that's not going to.
Are you talking about that guy that got hit
I
the
say
wall?
Dale Jr.'s death,
Oh.
but not.
Wait, is that the one
no,
that
Dale
died?
Senior. Excuse me.
Yeah, I was about to say his son's still alive.
But I didn't mean that in like a good way. Like it's a good thing he did, but like that just brought so much exposure. I guess.
Dude, you know what, dude? He just went by his the Ricky Bobby motto before he did. I'm going fast. He wasn't wearing a belt either.
Well, it wasn't
So,
the speed that kid was.
This segment is brought to you by seatbelts. Wear them, or you'll hit a fucking wall and die.
Use code FAT for to
What if
not
somebody
die.
used that on a website at work? We just gave somebody 20%.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're so welcome.
We're very helpful people.
But yeah, fuck it, ban the
like how you
Confederate
tried
flag
to
from everywhere.
You tried to scroll down.
I thought
and
there
it
was
didn't go
more
anywhere.
down than there was.
Oh, I guess I can pull some of my shit up too.
I've got 3 more things down.
Oh, I
But
know.
all right, so COVID-19 has spiked in 21 U.S. states since the lockdown rules were eased the past couple of weeks. So COVID-19 making a comeback.
Or 19.
No, it just increased in 21
I
21
swear I thought
different
you said
states. It
19%.
increased. No,
I don't know how
the
I
percent.
heard 19%.
They probably I do not read the articles for these things,
I don't either.
so I'm just letting you know that. But yeah, it's COVID's making a comeback and
Don't call it
almost
a comeback. It's been here for a few
years.
months.
Oh, you're right. It's been a few months.
Something. Bat soup. Now
I
we're
thought
here.
this one was fucking gay.
It's a child virus,
the
as he says.
DailyMeal.com researched the most bought candy in each state for the past 18 months.
Okay, this sounds promising.
Virginia's was M&M's.
I can see it.
Yeah.
But I don't agree with
What-
it.
the
Well,
fact
it
that
depends
it's
on
not
what kind,
Reese's.
dude.
I think it's just regular M&M's.
M&M's. I'm just gonna say this bold statement here. M&M's is one of the few brands where the original kind of it is the least favored. Peanut M&M's.
Peanut
are my
butter
shit.
M&M's.
Yeah, my mom loves fucking peanut butter M&M's.
I get the family size bag of those when I get them. The big red one.
Yeah, dude, I'll rock, dude. Peanut M&M's are my jam, dude.
No, those are fucking great too.
Yeah, like those are usually ones that I get.
But I
Peanut
wouldn't
ones are
say,
awesome.
I don't know if I agree with your statement
But peanut
teetotally
butter
though.
ones, you like? Okay, we just said 2 things that weren't the original ones.
Yeah, but there's a lot other ones that aren't that good too.
Oh, I'm just saying. It's one of the
Yeah,
few
no,
that
I
can
get what
think
you're
of off
saying.
the top of
No,
my head.
like I'm with you. I'm just saying I don't think it's the lowest form of M&M. Like there's definitely ones that are
Captain
lower.
Crunch, same thing. Peanut butter and the berry.
Yeah, are
I
better
mean,
than
the original's good, but I mean,
yeah,
there's better. There's a lot of things.
that's like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's two that we
I
said,
would
but
say that. I'm just upset that Reese's wasn't number one. That's my thing.
oh, for here, I guess.
for everywhere. If you're, how the fuck? I don't. Now, of
Reese's
course,
is
it's
the
just
shit.
I'm an asshole, but I don't see how everyone doesn't love chocolate and peanut butter things.
Dogs don't like them.
Oh,
Well, I
they
mean,
like
they
them.
do,
They
they just
like.
not
They
wanna
like
eat 'em.
them. Yeah, just not the greatest thing for them.
Yeah, Reese's are the shit, but I just. Oh my god.
Yeah, excuse you. Next time, just do
That
it
was
into the
God's
mic.
will.
Assert your dominance. Let people know who the fuck you are.
I thought I had to burp.
No,
again.
you didn't. I can make myself.
Oh, I
if
can
you want
do
me
that.
to. You do it way faster than me. Holy shit! I have to breathe in and like build it up.
I've been able to do that since I was a kid. Told you, dude, my fucking childhood was lit.
Hey, you traded in getting a high SAT score.
Yeah.
At birth, you were picking shit out. And you
Well,
went,
I
"All
just
right,
hit the
I'll take that."
table. Well, technically,
Yeah,
it wasn't
you're
my
at number
fault.
one. Then I haven't done it yet. You've hit it once.
You haven't done it on air today.
That's the only thing that matters.
Is it though?
The only thing that matters.
The only thing that matters is brown.
And the last thing I have written down, at least, is the fact that your favorite fighter of all time,
Who?
Conor McGregor, is retiring.
Oh, my favorite fighter of all time.
It's
Yeah.
third time in 4 years. He's
Yeah.
announcing retirement.
Yeah. I don't know. It just fucking. That's hilarious.
I guess like I said, I asked you before we started, but
He just yeah. I think this one. I mean, he posted like a thing. But like the thing is about MMA is the retirements aren't always permanent.
yeah,
Like a lot of
well, it's
dudes end up
super
coming back.
easy to come back.
Yeah. It just
Well, I shouldn't say easy. You know what I mean.
I know what you're saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm just saying like some guys just they retire and then they're like, all right, well, I'm just gonna come back.
Yeah,
It's just they're it's not always permanent. So you always have to take retirements with a grain of salt, depending on who it is.
yeah, and depending on like how old they are and their injury history. With him, he's still young and still probably, if he was to still continue to fight, he probably has a lot of formidable years left. Like a lot of formidable years.
Yeah,
left.
it just depends on who he fights. Honestly, for me, I just think he knows when he comes back. He's at the point now, especially where he's ranked and shit. Like he's got a lot of fucking tough matchups. Like when he was coming up, like he was a beast at featherweight, but he had a lot of favorable matches throughout the years. And it's like now he's beat a lot of the like when he came. See, the thing is like when he came back and fought Cerrone. Anybody that follows the sport knows that that was basically a tailor-made thing for his comeback, like an easy win. And I
Yeah.
love Cowboy, but Cowboy's style just completely matches up with Conor's. Conor's a very he's a very fast starter. Cowboy's a very slow starter. Cowboy does horrendous against people that pressure him on the back foot, and those are things that Conor's all good at, and it just went through him. Plus, Cowboy literally got finished like 2 times just a couple months before that fight. So
his like
yeah.
ego and just his confidence, right? Pretty much an all-time low for going into that fight too.
Well, I don't even. Oh, I'm not even talking about his ego. I'm just like when he fought Tony Ferguson and got beat down for 3 rounds, and that was a shitload of damage. You got to take a lot of time off when you take damage. I mean,
Yeah.
your chin doesn't. It's you have to give that shit rest. And then after that, he fought Justin Gaethje, and Gaethje just TKO'd him in the first round, I think.
Damn.
I think
Yeah.
it was the first round. It might have been the second, but I think it was early in the second round. But
Yeah.
but anyway, he got finished twice within like 3 months before the Conor fight.
Yeah.
And it's like, so he was basically damaged goods going into that. And it, like I said, it was just a tailor-made thing for Conor. And that was just the best stylistic matchup for him. But now Conor, where he's ranked, if he comes back, plus he's always talking about going up a weight class, like to fight in welterweight, which he's done a couple times when he fought Nate. But Nate is not a welterweight. He's a lightweight. They just didn't want to cut weight for that fight.
Yeah.
And Nate, he's not like a giant dude. I mean, he's a big dude, but not like
I was like, he's tall, ain't he?
he's tall. I mean, he weighs a good bit. Like he is a big dude, but like he's like not like he's not settled into the weight. It's like it's hard to explain. It's like you have guys that are settled into a weight class. And Nate is a lightweight, but when he walks around, he's at welterweight weight. But the guys who fight at welterweight, they walk. Cause that's the thing. A lot of people don't watch MMA. Don't know. People don't. They walk around a lot heavier than the weights that they fight at. They just cut weight to that. So like Khabib fights at 155. Khabib, when he's not in camp, is every bit of 205 pounds.
Fuck, and that's a lot of weight
and then,
to lose.
And then when he's in camp, it goes down, and then he cuts that water weight the week of the fight, and then he makes 155, and then he hydrates for 24 hours. By the time they get back in the cage, he's probably 190 when he steps in that cage the next day. That's how weight cutting works.
Yeah.
And that's like how it is for all fighters. Like dudes, like it's not out of the realm a possibility for guys to be like 20, 30 pounds walking around
that's just
above the weight
insane.
class. Well, they just try to do that to get size advantages.
I know.
and
I'm
shit.
just saying that. That's just so crazy.
But the thing with Conor is just when he what I'm saying about all that shit is when he comes back, there's a lot of bad matchups. Like if he goes up and he was talking about going up and fighting Kamaru Usman, who's the welterweight champion right now. Usman, I believe. I mean, unless Conor fucking catches him with something. I mean, Conor has a good puncher's chance, but I mean, honestly, I don't see how he beats Usman. Usman's too big. His wrestling's too fucking good. Usman can also strike. He's powerful as shit. Like I think Usman would fuck him up.
Yeah.
And that's if he goes up to welterweight. And if he fights Khabib again, I mean, he did everything he could against Khabib, and Khabib still mauled the shit out of him. And yeah, and then even in the other guys he fights, like I think if he fights, it just depends, dude. Like I don't know about Tony Ferguson. Like Conor doesn't have a very good gas tank, and if he fought Tony Ferguson, I think if he couldn't finish Tony early, I think that Tony would eventually gas him out in the later rounds and just butcher the shit out of him. But what I'm saying is a lot of those top guys are not good matchups for him.
Yeah.
So I mean, if I was him, I would just. I don't know.
Which I'm fine with.
The only thing I would come back for if I was him would be like, because I don't really care about it, but like, I mean, I would watch it. They were fun fights, but you know, just for like because it's a very popular fight with the casuals and shit. Is the trilogy fight with Nate? But that's the only thing I would probably come back for. Just because it's a popular and it's going to sell a shitload. So he's going to be able to come back, make a good payday.
Which apparently the UFC needs right now too.
Yeah, well, that's because when they bought the people that bought them, WME, they're the guys that bought the UFC a handful of years ago for like fucking like $5 billion.
Yeah, or I just know it's over $1 billion. That's all I know.
It was I think it was a little under $5 billion.
Yeah.
It was, if you round up a little bit, it was basically $5 billion dollars. And
which is fucking.
And the
insane.
problem with them is they want like quantity over quality with a lot of these cards, and it's just I don't know, it's weird, and they've forsaken a lot of matchups and shit. They just I don't know. It's basically become mildly. It's almost like WWE, but like with real fighting.
Yeah,
like with the antics and shit. It's like it's basically that, but where the fighting's real.
Yeah,
that's basically what it's became. But yeah,
which I think that's a tangent.
But yeah, that's basically the thing with Conor. And like you always talked about how he hasn't ever defended a belt either.
Yeah.
He, like I said earlier, he didn't even do that in Cage Warriors either.
Yeah. Which I have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Like I can understand.
I have
like,
a problem with that when they put him on like the GOAT lists and shit, or not GOAT, but like you know like the pound for pound rankings, which are just a current thing. Like he's a lot higher than he should. Like there's guys on there that have like defended and done a lot of shit. Now he should be on there because he was a 2-weight champion, but he was only a 2-weight champion because they refused to strip him of that first belt. He kept that first belt and he held that first belt up, that division. He held that shit up for so long, trying to, trying to get that.
The next one.
Yeah, the upper weight fight at 155. He was trying to get that shit so bad. And any other person that wasn't him, they would have stripped him already. So
yeah,
that's the only reason he really got the 2-weight fucking belt is because they let him. And
that's my biggest reason why I really don't like him though. Just because
he's not really. I mean,
you got to back up that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't fucking. I mean, I like him as a fighter, like his fighting.
Yeah,
I like it, like in a cage, he's a good fighter, but I don't know. It's something weird. It's just weird. It's just like it's the same thing with like John Jones. It's just that weird, blatant favoritism bullshit. It's just it's just one of those things.
Yeah, it's really hard to avoid that though. Like,
oh, I know.
I'm just saying with the UFC, the way it's currently ran, like they absolutely rely on like let's just say like the
stars,
top 2 to 5% of people or whatever.
Yeah, and that's the thing that people don't get. And boxing actually is even worse than this. Like the thing that people, I'm talking about like when it comes to fighter pay.
Yeah, no,
is like everybody thinks that they're all rich. It's like, dude, it's a small percentage of people making a shitload of money. Yeah, like fighter wise,
it's basically your top 3 to 5 people are making millions. Everyone else is making chump change.
Yeah, you have and there's some guys who have like really good managers, and they're not like millionaires, but they make really good money. Yeah. But yeah, it's just you have guys. Yeah, it's just pretty much the fucking pay gap is. It's like at boxing. Boxing's even worse. People are like, boxers make way more money than like MMA fighters do. No, there's a handful of small guys that do that. We just took a picture for somebody.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's fine. No, but in boxing, it's even worse. People are like, oh my God, because they see the money that Floyd makes, and they're like, oh shit, dude. Yeah. They're like, no, that's Floyd. Floyd makes that money. Yeah. Dude, there's guys on like MMA cards and boxing cards. They are literally professional fighters fighting in the best leagues. Like in MMA, in the UFC, there's people fighting on really big cards, like on the undercards. Yeah. And they've had like 4 or 5 fights in the UFC, and they're literally like, yeah, dude, I just train on the weekends. I have to go to my regular job during the week. It's like, dude, you're a professional athlete that has a second job. It's crazy.
Which I guess shit is weird. This is a pretty good segue though into that, because this is a topic I wanted to talk about.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
With the UFC fighters not having some sort of union or player representation, I guess I would say.
That shit is so weird. It's like, because they've had people try to do it throughout the years every now and then. It's just hard. They don't have the right, like somebody will try to do it. Like it's just, I don't know. It's weird. It's like they're all so disorganized. Yeah. They don't have the right person that can make it happen. And it's so hard because they've done it a few times. They've tried to over the years, so it's just you have to go over the years and like the history of it and stuff. But it's just so unorganized, and the way they go about it is just weird. I don't know.
Well, it's hard too, because I looked at one thing. Well, I have like a couple things written down, but 2 years ago, I don't know what the number is now, but at least 2 years ago, there was very close to 500 people under contract with the UFC.
Dude, I'm not even joking. I don't know the exact number, obviously, but it's probably like 800 something now. There's
I mean, it's fighters. To organize that.
It's because they're so like paranoid that like somebody's going to get like the next big star. They have everybody there. It's like that's why years back before they bought up Strikeforce and WEC and Pride and all this shit, you had all these other higher level organizations where some fighters would go. And I mean, there's still some good organizations. You have it's called PFL now, but it used to be called World Series of Fighting. You have that league, but even that league is kind of basically just where I think they're partially owned by the UFC a little bit too, I think. Or they have like some stake in it, like so. It's basically like the amateur league for them, and then you have like the only competition they have, which is in air quotes, is fucking Bellator, and Bellator is basically just the fucking retirement league. Yeah, you know, like they had fucking they had Ken Shamrock versus Kimbo Slice fight each other. Ken Shamrock was 87 years old, and Kimbo Slice was Kimbo Slice. Yeah. And it's just, you have fights like that, and you have fighters that should not have any business fighting anymore, fighting for shit. So Bellator is just basically, but Bellator does have some legit dudes like Douglas Lima. He's a fucking monster. He's probably one of the best welterweights in the world, and he's over there. Michael Chandler's pretty good too. He's a really beast-ass lightweight. I mean, there's a bunch of them too. Michael Venom Page is a really good fighter, but I mean, he's basically he's just a glorified fucking can crusher at this point, because the one time they put him up against legit competition, he got put to sleep. Damn. So now he's gone back to fighting fucking dudes who look like fucking soccer dads
Yeah.
that work out on the weekends.
Yeah.
Guys who literally have the same body type as me fucking fighting this dude. It's like,
Just
okay.
to like pad his stats pretty much.
Yeah, that's what a can crusher is. Yeah.
Yeah. But
It's
yeah,
just,
but some of this shit I have written down about it. So, and some of this is stuff that's like obvious knowledge, but just in case people don't know.
yeah.
So
Oh,
the
yeah.
fighters are independent contractors. They're
Yeah.
not actually employees of UFC at all.
Yeah, yeah.
So they don't get like benefits. They don't get health insurance, retirement benefits, worker compensation, anything like that. They
Yeah, a
don't
lot of that
get
stuff is like, I don't know exactly the full logistics of it, but a lot of that is they negotiate a lot of that per contract
Yeah.
basis type thing. That's basically how it is.
And the
Everything is
way-
basically per contract. And there has been instances where some guys have gotten fucked out of shit. Like I remember Mayhem, which Mayhem was a little weird of a guy anyway. He had like fucking mental problems and shit, all the fucking trouble he
Yeah.
got in. But I remember he talked about it. He had like a fucking bad knee injury that he got during his time in the UFC, and like they didn't fucking help with his doctor bills at all.
Yeah.
It's really weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know the full logistics of it, but yeah, some guys get a lot of help and other people just get fucked
Yeah.
sometimes, and that's basically the easiest way
Which
to
I mean,
explain
they're just doing the thing where we're going to sign
don't have
hundreds of people, and then so they can't go anywhere else and fight and make money. So just in
Yeah.
case they do turn out to be superstars, we have them locked in for like 5 or 8
and
fights
that's
or
why
something.
you see when a fighter retires, it'll be like if you see somebody who's getting ready to retire, they have like maybe one more fight they have left in them, but they'll sign them to like a 11 fight agreement.
Yeah.
It's so if they ever decide to come back from retirement, they have to come
They
there.
have to go
That's where
back
they
to-
do
yeah.
that. They're like, all right, well, you still have 9 fights for us on your contract, so
Yeah.
here you go.
Yeah.
That's how they get people sucked in.
So, and the other thing with this, since they're independent contractors and not unionized or don't have an association of any sorts, they're not
Yeah.
entitled to their own sponsorships. They have to wear a uniform that's obviously dress coded.
Oh, we can get into Reebok. I think the
Yeah.
Reebok thing might actually be getting ready to end within the next year or two. But yeah, see, the thing about fighter pay, I didn't used to mind fighter pay as much because they used to be able to get sponsors. Now, you have to go get your own sponsorship, but the thing is, you may not be making the greatest pay like on your fight. Because see, basically, this is how fighting is for anybody that doesn't know. When you fight, you get a fight pay and then you get a win bonus. So basically you show up and let's say, like in other words, let's say you're new and you negotiate, I'm going to get 10 and 10. So I'm going to get 10,000 to show up and fight regardless.
Yeah.
But unless I win, I don't get that extra 10.
Yeah.
But if you win, you get the win bonus too. So you can either be making, so you're going to make at least 10, possibly 20. And that's all before taxes and shit.
Yeah.
But see, the other thing people got to realize is when fighters fight, you're lucky because all the fighters they have now, you're lucky if you get 2 fights a year. So if you only make like 10,000 for that year, that's $10,000 for the entire year. That's before taxes.
Yeah.
That's before you have to pay your coaches, your sparring partners, your managers. You have to give everybody a cut, and in what little tiny bit you have left, that's how much money
Yeah.
you have to pay your bills for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of how it works.
And that's what happens when you have at least over 500 people signed to fucking contracts. Like,
Yeah.
it's just
But yeah,
not enough to go
that's how
around.
they work. And then if you're lucky, you get what they call them performance bonuses. Now they used to call them bonuses per what they were. Like they used to have a knockout of the night, submission of the night, and fight of the night. But now, and it's kind of cool because they give them to more people now
Yeah.
because they just call them performance bonuses. They still have fight of the night, but they'll have performance bonuses, and that's basically if you get one of those, you get an extra $50,000-$60,000. It's like a little
Yeah.
$50,000-$60,000 bonus. So that's kind of cool, but that's still like, you know, they should still kind of incorporate that some way for everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
My biggest thing is I feel like the thing that would alleviate most of that is if they just let them get their own sponsorships again. So I know they used to do it.
No, that's what I was saying
Yeah.
before I don't interrupt
you're
you,
fine.
but I got off on a tangent about the win bonuses.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I used to not mind it because they had sponsorships because you wouldn't make a lot of money, but you would be able to get like even Schaub talked about that before he had the big podcast.
Yeah.
And when he was still fighting, he's like, yeah, my pay wasn't that great, my bonuses, but he was like, but my sponsorship, I'd make a couple $100,000 out
Yeah.
of my sponsorships. But when Reebok came in, it's like, and the funny dude, and they actually make memes on Reddit about this. You have guys and they base it. I don't know what the fuck they base it completely off of. I think it's how many fights you have. But even then, it's stupid. It's like the Reebok fight kit bonuses are like $2,000. So it's like,
Yeah.
hey, here's a bonus $3,000 for you. And it's
Yeah.
like, dude, I could be making like fucking
Yeah.
3 times as much as that in sponsorships.
And I know there's gonna be some people who are like, because they deal with like every athlete across the board. They're like every athlete's making like they're making millions and shit like that, regardless of how much they're making. Every athlete, but especially even fighters, you have a very shortened fucking career.
Yeah.
So like we may be throwing out $10,000 and $3,000, and it is a lot. No, at least
Yeah.
for me.
I know
it
what
is,
you're saying.
you know?
Yeah.
But for them, their working period in their
Oh,
career.
yeah, it's a small ass window.
What would you say on average if you were a UFC fighter?
Age isn't as big of a deal in MMA. It's your fight years, how
Yeah.
long you've been fighting.
Yeah.
So you and it depends on the weight class too, because the heavyweight and the heavier weights you can kind of be a little older, but the lower weights it's a more younger thing. But it really just depends on the person. You have some people like fucking Dan Henderson who can fight well, and Yoel Romero, who are just fucking freaks, and they can fight. I mean, Yoel is in fucking 8 times better shape than anybody our
Yeah.
age, and he's like fucking 45,
Yeah.
fucking doing fucking backhand backflip springs and shit. It's insane. But he's got some weird Cuban genetics, and he probably allegedly probably had some sugar water when he was younger. But Yoel's also he was an Olympic silver medalist in wrestling
Yeah.
for Cuba, so he just grew up doing that shit. So
Yeah.
he's an exception. And then you got guys like Dan Henderson. He fought well into his 40s. Even Randy Couture. Randy Couture fucking won the belt when he was like almost 50.
Damn.
You
I
know?
do
When
remember
he
that
was
now.
older. Yeah, he was old.
Because he was balding and everything.
Yeah, but he's also weird too because I remember he's just built different. I remember he had a heart attack, and he just
Holy
he
shit.
didn't know it was a heart attack, so he just walked himself to the hospital, and they're like, "Yeah, you had a heart attack." He's like, okay, it's like, so some people are just built different, but yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's
here,
just-
off top, well, not really on topic, but weird side note. I do feel like they should allow some form of HGH. I
they
think that
used
across
to-
all
they,
sports.
until USADA, they used to have TRT exempt
Yeah.
things. So like if you could get a thing from a doctor, you could get stuff for TRT, the testosterone replacement shit. And guys were using that, but they banned that shit. Even a few years ago, USADA banned IVs. People used to hydrate after weight cuts with IVs. They
Yeah.
banned those, so you're not even allowed to use those anymore because they didn't want people blood
Which
doping
that's
and
stupid.
shit. But see, the thing about fighting too, like I don't know, like with football and stuff, all the popular stuff that they use in like roids and shit they use in there, but in fighting it's a lot different because it's not just like the regular steroid stuff of making you bigger and shit. They have stuff like EPO, which is like the Lance Armstrong type of shit. It basically gives you better cardio, gives you more blood cell count. It's all a bunch of shit, but there's all sorts of different types of stuff. It's weird.
I just feel like HGH and some testosterone. I just feel like all athletes should be allowed to use it. At least not some forms of it. Now, obviously, not
No,
like
I know what you're
100%
saying, yeah.
legal. But it helps prolong careers, and it also makes
I
their
think-
lives healthier while
I think
they're
the problem
playing.
with fighting though, like, and I always talk about this, like, if somebody does that shit in baseball, I don't care. But like,
But
if you're doing that in fighting,
baseball
where
needs it.
But what I'm saying is like, the difference is, and even like football, I'd be against it a little bit too, because it's like when you're fucking hitting people, it's like you're gonna fucking do some damn. Like Michael
Yeah.
Bisping lost his eye because Vitor, when he was juiced to
Damn.
the gills, he literally has a detached retina. 'Cause
Damn.
he was fighting a dude that
Yeah.
was juiced to the gills. It's like dudes get fucked up fighting
Yeah.
these dudes. It's like women's NBA or whatever, like or whatever. If like or even dudes like NBA in general. I don't know why I said women. Just
okay.
basketball in general.
They're included.
If you're fucking dunking on somebody, that dude's on steroids. It's like, they get mad if somebody gets touched in the shoulder, so it's
Yeah.
not as big of a deal. But if you're fucking like elbowing people and kneeing them and fucking strangling them and shit, it's like, and you're up against some roided dude, it's a huge fucking thing.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know.
I look at fucking Brock Lesnar when I remember, which, it was funny, like Mark Hunt, he actually fucking ended up suing and shit. It was like a whole thing, but he fought when Brock came back and he fought Mark Hunt. It was just hilarious, man. he was so fucking obviously juiced, and
Yeah.
they just I don't know. It's just that it's so fucking stupid, man.
No, no, like
Which
I'm
he did
against.
have a funny soundbite. They had the media calls they do before the fights. They don't do them as much anymore, but just like where they all call in the same conference call. And somebody asked fucking Brock, and Brock just goes, "I'm a white dude and I'm jacked. Deal with it." That's what he said. But yeah, it was just he was so goddamn big. His fucking piss test would make people in the same room. Their piss test would piss out.
Yeah, he was definitely on shit.
I mean, a lot of those older guys were, and there's still fucking people that are on the shit. It's just weird.
I'm against steroids, but I don't know.
Like I said, I just like if you're fucking head kicking people, like plus in like the jiu-jitsu community, like there's a lot of dudes that allegedly do that shit, but it's not as bad in that. It's just like if you're gonna be fucking hitting people in the head, I don't like football too. Like you're fucking hitting people, getting CTE. I don't think people should be on it for that. But like I said, if you're playing tennis, who gives a shit?
Yeah,
it's like
especially baseball. Like
if you're fucking competitive bowling, take whatever.
No
you
one. The only time anyone ever gave a fuck about baseball is when
Oh,
Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire.
That is true.
When those guys were hitting homers to the next fucking city, knocking children out, like. That's when baseball is at its peak, and you need.
I remember people
steroids
talked
to do
one
that.
time about like all those guys that would get caught in baseball, and then they would all inevitably have their crying statement. Like, "I'm sorry I did this. I let my family down." Like, you didn't give a shit. You're just mad you got caught, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
My favorite's like the before and after pictures of Mark McGwire specifically because he was a little white guy, and then all of a sudden one year he was like,
you keep talking about it. I'm gonna look up a before and after thing real quick. You can keep talking about that. I'm just gonna find this while you're talking.
But yeah, just bring steroids.
Not even him.
Baseball.
I'll show you.
Baseball should just have the fuck it. Just let everyone do it. Roll. It would make it. I would start watching then. That'd make it a lot more interesting, at least for me.
Okay, hang on. Let me see if I can find. This is a picture of Vitor before USADA, and this is what he looked like after USADA. Yeah, and he was just and funny enough, he went overseas, like I was saying the other thing. He went overseas to 1FC where they don't have the thing. Oh, he's real into Jesus too. He's one of those Brazilian guys. Jesus, bro. Jesus, bro. I got the God, the Jesus. But yeah, he looks like that again now. Like over in Japan.
Good for him, man.
Because Japan never gave a fuck. They're like, dude, if Pride could have gotten away with it, they would have fought fucking bears and shit.
Yeah.
And whatnot. And you know
whatever
what?
sells.
I just realized
Whatever sells.
I didn't pull that up. Well, I did, but I'm just gonna.
They didn't see it.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna pull it back up for reference again.
We'll pretend like. This is
Oh,
my
hey,
first
I
time
haven't seen
seeing
this
it.
picture before.
Are you ready?
Oh
shit!
That's him before USADA. This is him after USADA. That's what we were just talking about. Whoa! It's like we hadn't seen that before. I can't believe I did that. I keep forgetting to change the panel. That's funny as hell. Nah, but yeah, it's just insane, and a lot of it. Some people, like, you'd be surprised. Like, some people don't even have body changes at all. Some people don't even look like they're on than they are. It's like it's fucking weird. That shit's so crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, actually, well, talking about USADA and everything too, I had that written down where I don't know if it's every fighter. I have no idea, but I just read a thing where they have to have the fighters have to have an app on their phone, and like every day they have to check in on it.
Dude, no, they have randomized drug tests. Like,
Yeah,
they can show up. And they can come to your house like fucking 4:30 in the morning and knock on your door, and you have to piss.
In which, like now, don't get me wrong, every major sport has that, but that's only for the players who are on drug suspensions, who like got caught doing illegal substances, so they have to be on like a 4-month or 8-month or 12-month program, or it could be longer or shorter. But from my understanding, like that's every fighter's like that 24/7, correct?
Yeah, it just depends, and it's weird though because Robert Whitaker, who was a former champion, he talked about. I think they changed it since then, but back at the time, he said people weren't even in the USADA pool testing until they were in the top 10. So people not in the top 10 weren't even getting.
Or just doing whatever the fuck they want.
Well, I mean, not necessarily doing it, but they weren't even getting tested till then. But I don't know, it's weird. And some people get tested like motherfuckers, and other people barely have any. It's weird. I will tell you one funny ass story. I guess allegedly, but people have joked about it enough. Apparently, USADA came to Greg Jackson's old gym where it's called Jackson Wink now. It's where John Jones trains.
Yeah.
And he allegedly hit on. They have like a big octagon to scale in their gym, and apparently he had hit under it for like all day to hide from the USADA guys. Like,
he really didn't want to get caught that day.
Apparently in Brazil, Vanderlei Silva, they like fucking threatened a USADA guy to get out of the gym. Like he actually or didn't threaten him, but he that was someone else, but they came to his gym in Brazil, and they all pretended like they couldn't speak English, and he escaped out of the back not to get drug tested. Fucking Vanderlei Silva.
That's when you know you got good friends, too.
Yeah. Well, they don't give a fuck.
Those
in
are
Brazil.
ride or die homies right there.
Yeah, Brazil, they don't give two shits.
Not
They
at
really
all,
don't.
yeah. Well, I don't blame them, though. Fuck those
Jesus,
guys.
bro. They're all about the Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus, soccer, and MMA. That's basically all they give a shit about in Brazil.
And then the last thing I have written down on this subject is where they have no collective bargaining agreement. The revenue sharing for UFC fighters is anywhere from 12 to 18%, but every other major leagues, at least in the United States, are all at around 48% to 51%.
Yeah, they definitely get fucked with that. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's with like the thing. And that's why the sport has changed so much with people. It's why people that don't really shit talk now are shit talking more because they seen Connor do his thing, and now everybody just tries to do that because they know that's how you make fucking big butts.
Yeah.
And some of it is real, but a lot of it's just forced. Like you have Colby Covington. He's a guy. He's a welterweight fighter. He's a pretty good fighter, but he does this basically a hateable WWE character. He does this over the top. I really like Trump character. But he does that to piss people off. He wears these really shitty blue cheap suits, and he wears a "Make America Great Again" hat all the time.
Yeah.
And he talks about people being nerds. He's like, I'm fucking nerd bashing 2019, dude. Fucking everybody up, dude.
Yeah.
And he hires these models to follow him around all the time. He's like doing some WWE shit, and it's just like. But he's become one of the most popular guys because of it. It's just like he does it. And Henry Cejudo, who just retired, he had the whole. He became the king of cringe because he does like these really cringy promos because he calls himself Triple C because he was an Olympic gold medal wrestler and then became a 2-weight champion in the UFC before he retired. So he named himself Triple C.
Yeah.
But he used to do all these cringy ass things. He came out when he fought T.J. Dillashaw. They did their first stare down. Because Connor back in the day called TJ a snake in the grass, Henry came out to their stare down. He had a fucking king hat on, like a crown, and a one of those kingly robes.
Yeah.
And he had a fake snake, and he came out and smashed the head of the snake on the ground, and he had a wand like a wizard, and went like this and before the stare down. He's the king of cringe. He called himself the Triple C. He used to go with the Triple C bit so much that he would jokingly call out the female champions. He would go, bend the knee, or if you don't want to be in the wrath of Triple C. It was hilarious, dude. He was funny as shit. But it's funny because he's just like a little dude. Like a little dude with like the fucking head of a heavyweight.
Yeah.
The dude had a fucking giant head on him.
Whatever gets your
Henry
name out there,
Cejudo.
pal.
Yeah, but
Fuck
it was
it,
just
I'm with
funny,
it.
man. A lot of those guys, but that was just the way you gotta fucking like shit talk now to get anywhere. It's weird.
But I could see, like, I get that a lot of people are like anti-union or anti-players association, but with this one, I feel like it's pretty much the UFC's fault why there's so much overhead cost.
Yeah.
Like I'll go ahead and say it. I'm probably going to get flamed for this, or I'm definitely gonna look like an idiot.
Where you get flamed?
Yeah. That was fucking good. That was a good one.
I forgot I had that.
Holy shit! But
I should have waited for you to start talking before I did. See, I didn't want to fucking throw you off
so
track.
good. No, you're fine.
So I'm gonna flame you, or are you just gonna get flamed in general?
I think you probably a little bit.
Okay.
Because I don't like the model of how everything's set up with them. So first off, there's
what way are you
no
talking
need to have over 500 people under contract. There's probably not
now
even need
it's
to have
fucking almost 900 now.
There's probably not even a reason to have 100
Well,
people.
I mean, it just depends on. I don't know. It's weird. They just have too many fucking events.
Well, see, like I said, I'm completely aware of how I'm going to look like an idiot going, and that's fine.
Oh no, you're not. It's
I
a
really
legitimate
think
thing.
they need to like not do a season model or anything like that, but
Yeah.
where it's
PFL
like
kind of does that a little bit.
but it's like the McGregor thing to kind of come full circle back to it. There should never ever be a fighter that doesn't defend their belt unless they retire.
Yeah,
Like,
I see what you're saying.
I'm not saying there has to be
Yeah,
a Super
defending
Bowl
your
every
belt
year
should
or
be the
there
number one priority.
yeah, and like there shouldn't be a playoff system or anything. I'm not saying that, but like there shouldn't just be, you know, if you're ranked number 10, you just fight one or two guys. All of a sudden, you're number one. I don't. I'm just throwing that out there.
It depends on the weight class because like, and it depends on like where somebody came from. Like if somebody came from another organization, they were a champion, and they beat like if you beat like a top guy. Like, it's cool and it's bad. It depends on the situation. It's cool and it's bad at the same time because, like, you have guys, like, if you beat a couple top dudes, now you're a top dude. But it's just weird. It just depends on the situation.
Yeah.
It's kind of a case-by-case thing when it comes to rankings and shit. Like, heavyweight is so goddamn loose, and just the pool of guys in there. Just, you can, if you're a young guy and you get, like, 3 wins or whatever, I mean, you're fucking up there.
Yeah.
Like, and there's some of those things. It's the same thing with the female divisions because strawweight, the 115-pound division of females, that's like the most tightly contested. Like that's the deepest pool of talent. Like that's the deepest division in the women's. But the other divisions are just really loose.
Yeah.
Like outside of like, and it's the same thing with like heavyweight. Like heavyweight, once you get outside of the top 5 or maybe the top 10, it's like, it's just, it's weird.
Yeah. I see that. The only reason I say
do
that,
agree with that. They should get rid of a lot of these guys and let these guys get experience and shit in other organizations first before they come over there. It's kind of like if they just got a bunch of college football players to go in the NFL right away, and a lot of them aren't NFL caliber.
If all of a sudden teams are allowed to have like 200 player roster limits, it's kind of fucked.
And this is more of a. It was actually funny. Curtis Blades, a heavyweight, he got on blast because he actually called people's names out. That's why he got shit for it. But he was calling out some of the female fighters, and he was just like, saying there's a lot of female fighters that aren't even that good of fighters, or not necessarily not good, but like they don't put the time into being a good fighter.
Yeah.
And they basically are just Instagram fucking thirst traps for sponsorship. And he called some of them out, and it's just like, it's like you see some females that just stick around forever because they fucking just look good.
Yeah.
And then it's just weird. Like, it's like, hey, you might be a halfway better fighter if you just went to the gym instead of fucking posting ass pictures on Instagram. Yeah. And I remember he got in an argument with Pearl Gonzalez because he called her out and a couple of the other ones. And whatever.
Which, I mean, you know. That's a whole different fucked up situation.
Yeah, his nickname is Razor because his last name's Blades. So Curtis Razor Blades.
I can't tell if I'm on the side of
He's
that's
got a
cool or if
fucking
that's
chin
gay.
and a half on him. Like not like a taking damage chin, but he's got like he's the crimson chin, but he always has like a big beard. You can't ever tell.
Yeah. I'm not sold on that name though, because that's either a really good name or
I will
that's
say
a really
he lived up to it. One time he
name.
fought who was it? Alistair Overeem. And he busted Alistair open really bad with elbows.
Yeah.
So he lived up to his name then. I might be able to find that picture of let me go to it real quick. That picture of him where because he always has a beard, and I just want to see if I can find the picture of him without his beard.
Side note: these swing arms are pretty fucking sweet, though. This was a worthy investment.
I just want to see if I can find it. Oh, there he is right there when he was in college wrestling.
Also, too, by the way,
fucking jawline on
real
him.
quick, by the way.
See, that's what he looks like
when you're
normally.
looking up pictures, our shit's blocking it.
What is?
Our thing go the overlay.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. All right. Well, hang on. I can actually change that.
I'm just saying. Thought I'd figure it out.
Pulled up the notepad. I can just do this.
Oh,
that's when he fought Justin Willis. And when he beat him, he said, "Big titties go home." That's what he said when he beat him, because he talked a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You might actually not even need that.
That is a very massive fucking chin, though.
I know. Oh, it's fucking stupid. Yeah, but he's got a fucking chin and a half. I like how Overeem's just there with no fucking facial hair. Hello, I'm from Holland.
So last weekend, what was it UFC 250?
Oh, yeah.
250 happened.
Yeah, 250.
And we did some picks.
Yeah, let me pull this back up real quick. When you did that, it looked like you were like motioning for somebody. Let me see. All right. IOFCI.com. All right. Let me just click on the early prelims real quick to start off at the beginning. I'm going to go down here. Now, real quick.
At the beginning of time.
Make sure it's on there properly. I think it is. Yeah, we're good. All right. All right. Anyway, these were the 250 picks. I'm going to go through each one, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you the tally, okay? There were 12 fights in total, okay? I got 4 out of 12 right.
Oosh.
Dylan got 10 out of 12 right. I'm not even joking.
Woo!
You have 10 you almost got a clean sweep.
Yes.
And we can't show it on the thing, but there was 2 really crazy knockouts. We can't show it on here because copyright, but I have them downloaded on my phone. I'm going to get Dylan's take. But any MMA fan has already seen it. I want to get your take on which one was better. So when those fights come up, I'll show you. But
I have not been this happy in a
10
long
out of 12.
time.
I'm not joking.
In a long time.
All right.
Also,
remember?
the only thing I remember was last week, too, there was one fight where I said there's an asterisk beside. Was that one of them?
I will say, you said the only thing you care about is that you're undefeated with female picks. Yeah. You still are.
That was an easy one, though.
Yeah.
That one's kind of a...
I will say, I remember this one, but I remember you went with him because of his nickname, and it paid off. The Blaze.
The Blaze.
Yeah. So that's Gilbert Burns' brother.
Damn, he won quick, too.
Oh, yeah. He knocked him out really early.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he won, but hang on.
Damn it.
That was the only one I got right, and that's because I went against your pick. Yeah, so anyway, Burns won. You went with Devin Clark. You were like, yeah, I'm going with him. Probably
Brown Bear, because of the Brown Bear.
Dylan goes with the nicknames. Hey, it paid off, dude.
It paid off this week.
Yeah, and his experience and shit. Why does it keep going all the way back? Oh, it's because I'm going. All right, I got you. All right. So we got that. Alex Perez won. He won actually pretty early. He knocked him out pretty early in the fight. He got a performance of the night, actually. All right.
Good job.
So you got those right. Then, actually, let me make sure. Those were the
See, I don't remember these.
Right. Yeah. See, up until the O'Malley fight, you got all of them right. So, anyway, yeah, I wasn't familiar with these 2 guys, and I remember Dylan went with them based off of his fucking name.
Yeah.
So,
which is a fucking dope nickname.
Yeah, the Coconut Bombs. Kid Dynamite was the fucking template one. And, God, why does it keep doing that? UFC's website, get your shit together. I remember you went with Cody Stamen because he had his face or whatever. You went with him, and it paid off. And he had like some weird Spartan shit on his arm or whatever. This one, I can't exactly remember, but I think you picked this guy based off of the way he looked. That's all I remember. And possibly because his nickname was the Hurricane.
I'm trying to think. I don't remember why I picked him, but it worked out.
Yeah.
He definitely looks
he
like
has
he's
a cleft.
fucked up.
Yeah, you know what? He has a mild cleft lip, you can tell. So he's probably got a lot of anger in his heart.
So he got bullied growing up. So
he's got a lot of anger in his heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you got that right. All right. Then we got, this was like the one of the main on the prelims.
So I haven't up to this. I haven't missed a fucking one yet.
No.
Right. Damn.
Not until the one after this fight.
Yeah.
Now, this one, and you'll remember why you went with Alex Caceres in a second.
Because he looked like Bruce Leroy. I say he looked like Carlito.
Yeah,
WWE and the
he
Bruce,
eats apples.
Bruce Leroy
He has
thing.
an afro, and his nickname's Bruce Leroy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he won. That was a pretty good fight. He's just more experienced than Chase Hooper. All right, now we're actually on this page. Now, here we go. This is the one that's probably going to bum me out. This is the first one I got right.
This does fucking bum me out, actually.
This is the one I got right.
It actually really pisses me off.
Sean O'Malley versus Eddie Wineland. He now, remind me, because this fight and this fight had 2 crazy wins, and those are the ones I'm going to show you. I'm going to get your take on the knockouts. But anyway.
So Wineland got knocked out, and I remember you last week saying if Wineland's chin holds up, he'll win. So it fucking didn't.
Yeah, I will
So you
say I
called that
probably
one.
fucked myself over with picks because I wanted to just pick against you more than
Yeah.
actually picking. Because I don't want to have it where we just all pick the same shit. So it doesn't really matter. I don't really care. But I think I'm gonna change that the next time. Let's see.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
We should
O'Malley
definitely
won.
just go with our guts.
It was a pretty good fight until he won. It just Wineland just was showing his age a bit,
Yeah.
and then he just got caught with a nice right hand. Magny versus Martin. I remember we both went with Magny. We basically didn't give Martin much of a chance, but it was actually a fairly close fight. I remember watching it was somewhat close. But yeah, Magny won. Now this one was pretty awesome, and you'll know why you went with Aljamain on this. So actually, hang on. This was the first one you got wrong.
Yeah.
You got Magny right. Yeah, I think you got Magny right. Let me make sure. I gotta see what you wrote down. Yeah, you got Magny right. Actually, that was when I got right too. I went with Magny too, because we both were just not on the.
Yeah.
Because you said he was Italian. You know,
Yeah.
something about that you didn't like.
Don't like him.
So yeah.
Italian.
So anyway, Magny won, and then I picked Corey Sandhagen. You picked Aljamain Sterling, and you'll probably know in a second why you picked Aljamain Sterling.
Oh, Funkmaster
of it-
Flex.
Yeah, yeah. He literally like that fight. Like it was just quick as shit. He caught
Yeah.
he caught Corey's kick and then took him down, and he got his back, and then
Yeah.
he couldn't get him off of his back, and he eventually just sunk in
Also
the choke.
remembered I mainly picked Aljamain here because I said you could find a guy, this Corey Sandhagen guy, at any gas station
Oh,
at
yeah.
fucking 2 a.m.
Yeah, and it might also be the fact that I told you that Aljamain's also a real estate agent on the side
He makes really
with
good
another
money.
fighter named Ally Quinta. They fight out of Long Island.
Yeah.
All right, now this was the co-main event. You went with the Sun Sal. I went with Cody Garbrandt, and Garbrandt won by KO
Yeah.
in the second round. Crazy enough, literally knocked him out a fraction of a second before the round ended. Literally,
Damn,
just
really?
literally flatlined him right as the bell rang. Just
Shit.
flatlined him. I'll show you
That's
that.
unfortunate.
Yeah, but anyway, now
Raphael.
more importantly, the female fight.
That went to a decision?
I told you, dude. Like, remember last week I told you Felicia Spencer. I can't fucking talk right now.
It's okay,
Felicia
it's fine.
Spencer. I told you she's tough as shit,
Yeah.
but she was very outmatched. So I said it was going to be one of those things where her toughness is kind of against it. Like, it's going to be a detriment to her.
Yeah.
And that's basically what it was. Amanda just fucking mollywopped her for 5 rounds, but she was tough
Okay.
enough to where she wasn't getting finished. But,
Lasted 5 rounds.
yeah, I mean,
That's longer than I would last.
oh yeah, yeah. Amanda fucking hits like a dude.
But like an actual, like, good fighting dude, too. Because I can't hit worth a shit.
Yeah. I'll show you how to throw a punch properly.
But I am genuinely shocked I did so well on this
Yeah,
one.
dude, so you got, let me see which ones you got wrong again. I know the Wineland and a Sun Sal.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to have words with a Sun Sal and Wineland.
Yeah.
But
But see, the thing is, if I didn't know about Sean O'Malley and his fuck new optic whole thing, I would have went with him. But I
don't-
can't go with him.
I don't
based
mind
off
O'Malley. I mean, he's just a garden variety young pothead kid, but he's
Yeah.
also a really good fighter.
that. Yeah.
And Wineland was a tough ass dude. But anyway, the two coincidentally, the two fights you got wrong were like the craziest finishes of the
Yeah.
night. And obviously we can't show it, but if you follow MMA, you've already seen it. I just want to get
And
Dylan's
plus,
opinion.
you can commentate it.
Yeah, but Dylan, it has audio on it. I downloaded them. The commentators actually had a debate on which one was a crazier finish. So let me make sure.
So basically, I'm going to put it to rest and
yeah,
say which
pretty
one's
much.
better.
I guess that's good enough. And the sound, they don't give a shit about sound. All right, so the first
I'll
one
do
I'm
this.
going to show them is the O'Malley one. Let me make sure the brightness on my phone is up, because I always have it down because I'm cool. And all right, so I'm going to show them the Sean O'Malley, Eddie Wineland one first, and then I'll show them the Garbrandt, Sun Sal finish. So this was this one. Let me cut the sound up, actually.
Gotta be careful here, though, because when you're engaging O'Malley,
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
that's where O'Malley's
barely missed that kick.
whenever he's going in and out.
He feinted an uppercut and hit him with a
Oh,
clean right hand.
shit.
And just walks off. He feinted an uppercut and came with a right cross.
Damn, he's out.
DC,
This is
slapped him
Walker.
bad. I love DC.
Damn, he really. And also, too, side note, UFC is a little weird without any fans.
Oh, I know.
That's
I
a
don't
little
mind
weird.
it because it's just dummies going, "What are you doing?" And then sometimes when they get bored, they do fucking Ric Flair chants. They go, "Woo!" randomly.
I just really imagine the corners going.
Oh yeah, you can hear it. Fucking. Can I not pause this? Literally, that was the 10-second bell. Right as the bell ends. Fucking face plants are right at the bell. No, you don't understand. This one doesn't
Damn.
show it, but he literally he was out of it for like
Yeah.
3 minutes after that.
Really?
Like they tried to put him on the stool. He was falling over. Like he was fucking out.
I was about to say there's probably a possibility.
Oh, he's
So
got
like
CTE.
he was actually out before the bell though, right?
Oh yeah,
'Cause that
dude, he
seemed
face planted.
close.
No, he face planted. Yeah. And then when they a couple minutes later, they're helping him trying to get on the stool,
Yeah.
and he's falling off the stool and shit. It's like, yeah, he did not have his bearings straight for like about a solid 6 minutes after that.
And see, this is a hard one to judge because the O'Malley knockout was better.
I think you're thrown off by his hair too. I feel
But-
like you could rock that hairdo.
Not well. I would look like I'd shoot up a fucking movie theater with that haircut.
That's a
difference.
good reference.
Thank you. But the Corey Garbrandt one was a little bit better just because of the timing of it, like of what just where it was.
I'm sorry, when you said the fucking thing,
Yeah.
I thought of Derek Lewis, one of the funniest fighters. He was in a movie theater a few months after that happened.
Yeah.
And there was a white dude sitting beside him, and he fucking
Oh,
posted a
see.
picture and went, "I'm about to get shot in this place." Derek Lewis is hilarious. He's just this funny ass black dude from Houston. I think he actually likes the Texans because he's from Houston, but
fuck him.
he's funny as shit.
Shout out Houston.
My balls is hot. I remember he knocked out Volkov, and he's like, "My balls is hot."
Yeah.
Because Joe Rogan's like, "Why are you in your underwear?" He's like, "Because my balls is hot, Joe Rogan." But yeah, so
I'm
which one
heating
were
up
you
Joe
picking?
Rogan. Like I was saying, the O'Malley one is better. Like it's a better knockout.
You're cleaner,
But
like
the
technique's cleaner?
Garbrandt one is
Yeah,
more
Garbrandt's a
dramatic.
Yeah, Garbrandt. I picked Garbrandt because Sun Tzu's fucking just such a high level dude.
Yeah.
Like he did it on a higher level guy, but yeah, that was a clean ass knockout on Wineland.
Yeah.
But
that's why
I just
I'm
go
going
with Garbrandt's
Garbrandt.
so fucking fast, dude. It's weird. It weirds me out. I asked Randy this the other day, just about like MLB sizes, like in NFL. How big's a normal, like in college, like in
Yeah.
MLB? Like how is their size?
Middle
usually?
linebacker, you're generally going for at least probably 6'2", like minimum.
That's what I don't understand, because they said Garbrandt did that in college, but Garbrandt is like maybe 5'8".
Yeah. See, now, don't get me wrong. It's
Now I'm not saying he was
Possible.
high level.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
yeah.
I just
Oh, of
can't
course.
see it because
Yeah.
he's a little not
Yeah.
small, but you know what I mean. He's like,
a lot of linebacker depends on how you play, but the reason you want them tall is
can you see
because
that
you
guy?
want to block.
Can you see him playing MLB?
I mean,
He's really into Jesus. Let me see exactly.
that's
his-
always a start in the NFL.
Yeah. Well, I like how they did the actual inches instead of just the height. But yeah, he's 6'8".
Because we're not
I mean, not
smart
6'8".
enough
What the
to-
fuck? Yeah, he's not 6'8". He's 5'8". He's 6'8". Tall as shit, dude. He made 135 at 6'8".
That's probably why he didn't make it far, though.
Yeah,
is
but
because
I'm just
height
look,
is a
he was
motherfucker.
also like a semi-pro boxer too.
Yeah.
Like he did a bunch of shit. He's also from Ohio, so you take that into consideration.
I no shit. Ohio is known for the linebackers. That's not its general.
Is it gonna be like a fucking
Ohio
what's
State,
his name?
though, not just Ohio.
Yeah. Oh shit! Why can't I think of his name?
I got you.
No.
Yes.
God damn it! I know who this guy is. I can't think of his name. I was gonna say
either.
he was a badass wrestler from Ohio State.
Okay.
He fought in Pride.
Okay.
The guy that slammed Fedor, that really crazy slammed the black guy.
Yeah.
Fuck, what's his name? I just talked about him the other day. I know this guy. He's a beast. His nickname was actually
Because
the Beast.
he did that in Japan, didn't he? When he suplexed.
Why can't I
Fedor?
think of his name? This is pissing me off, actually. Actually, hang on, let me see.
It's better to be pissed off than
I
pissed
know he just got inducted with this, so I'm gonna have to.
off. Oh, Michael Bisping.
No, that'd be funny if he fought Fedor. Bisping's hilarious though. He would have, dude. He's a fucking savage. He hasn't gotten inducted yet. He's gonna be in the class of 2020 with GSP.
Maybe you have to look that up.
Yeah, probably. Shout out to the Hall
Wait,
of Fame.
wasn't that just it? Or am I wrong?
It might have been.
Oh,
there.
you're already on that. Okay. See if
Yeah, it'll probably be
if
on
it's
there.
on that one. We're figuring out the internet.
Why can't I think of his name?
Is this an entire?
This is actually irritating me. Oh my god, this is the worst. I literally say this guy's name all the time.
Wait, so when did they start the Hall of Fame for this? By the way,
this was a while back.
Randleman.
Kevin Randleman.
Yeah.
God damn it, dude. He's a beast. That dude was a walking muscle. Dude. I remember in the early days, pre-fucking drug testing, I remember old fucking Randleman. He used to sit there at the beginning and he would just jump. And he would literally be jumping over the fucking cage. His vertical was so high.
Damn.
He's just jumping like his head.
Yeah.
He was a walking fucking muscle, dude. And he reminded me of the movie Meteor Man with that fucking gang of black dudes that had golden hair, and they were called the Golden Lords. And that's why, dude, fucking Kevin Randleman. But dude, he died now. He died a few years ago. He had I remember
rest
one
in
time
peace.
he had, still to this day, one of the gnarliest staph infections I've ever seen. He had it in his armpit, and it was
God.
so bad that it literally left a crater right there. Like just a hole where his armpit was. His staph infection was that bad.
That sounds fucking terrible.
But yeah, he died a while back, but he was a fucking beast. He fought Boss Rutan back in the early UFC days.
Yeah.
One of the funniest stories, I remember him and Boss were in the elevator the week before that fight, and this was like the early days, and Boss, I can't remember if Randleman said it or if Boss said. I think Randleman said it to Boss. He came up to Boss and said, he goes, "All right, I promise you I won't take you down if you don't try to kick me in the head." And then he said, and then Boss said, "Okay." And then he said the first thing that happened when they fought is Kevin Randleman, like, he feinted a takedown right off the bat. So Boss threw a head kick. And then he said Randleman just fucking threw him on the ground. They became friends, but that was funny shit. He's like, "I won't take you down if you don't kick me in the head." Funny
Dude,
as
for
hell.
whatever reason, you just brought up Boss Rutan, and the only thing I think of
I
now
love
is
Boss
GTA 4. When he had the cameo in
Oh,
GTA 4.
oh, yeah.
That was the first thing that popped up
Fucking
in my
El
head.
Wapo, dude.
Yeah.
Rootin' tootin'. He was one of the guys. He used to do like the fucking. I don't know if it was the color commentary or whatever for the Pride. He used to do that with Mario Ranello. I remember one time one of the funniest pranks in the Pride days was Mirko. You know who Crow Cop is, right?
Hell yeah. No.
Yeah. Well, do you know his background before he was a fighter?
Mm-mm.
He was in the Croatian anti-terrorist squad.
Okay.
So
that
he
explains.
fucked some dudes up.
Yeah.
And he's a very intense guy. I mean, one of the nicest dudes ever, but he looks very intense. So they pranked Mario Ranello, and they were getting him to act like he like he didn't like him or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Hey, go interview him." And then they got Mirko to act like he was pissed at him, like he didn't want anything to do with him.
Yeah.
And Mario was shitting his fucking pants because it was Mirko. So they just had like this whole thing where Boss like, "Go over there and interview him. You got to interview him." He's like, "No," and he's in the back. He's like, "Boss, he doesn't like me. You go do it." Like he was scared as shit. And every time he went over there, he was just like, like he just didn't fucking like him. He was intense as shit. And then they finally told him. It was funny as hell. But they just wanted him to shit his pants. It was
That's
so
a good
funny.
way to fuck with someone, though.
Yeah, dude, it was so fucking funny, dude.
That's a great way to fuck with someone. 'Cause I would shit my pants.
Dude, still to this day, one of the most intense stare downs of all time has to be Mirko Krokop versus Vanderlei Silva when Vanderlei Silva was juiced to the gills and he went up to heavyweight to fight Mirko in Pride. And dude, I might be able to find it. But
Krokop was a bad motherfucker, too.
he got, like, he never got his dues in the UFC, but one of my favorite heavyweights of all time. I mean, it will probably be on YouTube, but let me see if I can find it. I think it was Vanderlei Silva. Yeah, I don't even really need a fucking thing right here. Yeah, just get a load of this shit. I don't really need the fucking dumbass sound.
Just in case.
Yeah, it's not just gonna be them staring down.
There's the
Pride
Punk's
logo.
Morrow up there.
Oh yeah. See, look at this shit. That's fucking. Mirko did not give a shit. Like, he stabbed motherfuckers. He didn't care.
Yeah.
He was in the anti-terrorist squad.
He
didn't give a
definitely
shit.
killed some people.
Yeah, he didn't
Like, it
fucking-
doesn't matter.
And he's Croatian, so he's got some anger
Yeah.
built up. Stipe Miocic is actually Croatian too, but even better, he's a Croatian that's from Ohio. Well, his parents are Croatian,
Oh,
and then
okay.
they
I was
moved
about
here
to
and
say.
had him in Ohio.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
That was... I don't
It's
know
pretty
what I
intense.
would do I would
will
feel like
say
I would laugh.
That was definitely the most intense male one. The most intense female ones is got to be Yewani on J-Check. She looks like fucking Gollum because like when she goes stare downs, she goes underneath them like this and like puts her eyes right on them like this. Like she looks like fucking Gollum from Lord of the Rings. And thinking about it, let me go back to this panel. We can segue into this. I wanted to ask you this. Have you ever seen the Lord of the Rings movies?
So yes, I have.
Okay. All of them, like all three? Because it was a trilogy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've definitely seen all of them.
Yeah.
But I never saw them in order. I believe
What?
I started
How
out.
the fuck does that even happen?
Started out with the second one, which I believe was Return of the King,
Yeah.
and then I saw the first one, and then the third one came out. And then I watched the third one years later. It didn't come out later. I just watched it years later.
Yeah.
Funny, actually, this is fucking hilarious because this story right here is not set up at all. Like this is completely off the top of my head.
That's fine.
But the reason why I remember so vividly watching Return of the King first, the second one, was because my dad won 2 tickets to the midnight release of it off a radio show. Like he just called in and did some trivia bullshit.
To go see it in the theater?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
when it
awesome.
came out.
I seen all of them in the theater because of Mom.
The reason why I don't remember the question at all, but it was either a U2 or Coldplay related thing, and he got it right just because he's a fucking whatever little bitch. He likes that shit.
Yeah, fucking YouTube.
But I'll never forget ever because we were in the car the entire time he was doing this, and they just go, "Is there anything you would like to say for winning?" And my dad just goes, "Cuckoo, ka-choo." That was it. I don't know what the fuck that means.
What the fuck does that even
I don't
supposed to mean?
know. I don't know. I swear to God, I don't know. But I remembered that my
I hit the
entire
table
fucking
twice.
life. But yeah, we went and saw that one at like midnight when it came out, and then a little while later, I saw the first one, and then the third one years later. But I like them. There's the game.
I've seen
last
them
thing I'll say
840 times.
is the
the PS2
Return
games?
of the King game. I believe it might have been the Two Towers game I played, but it was on
There was
PS2.
two of them. Yeah, I had two. I had both of them. The Fellowship of the Ring game they made fucking stunk. They didn't have.
Then it wasn't that one. Then
They didn't have the rights to it, and then the second one and the third one they made actually had like the licensing.
I think it was
for
an
the
EA
movies.
game too. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, then I
It was-
played that
it was
as a
the
kid.
Two
and
Towers,
loved it.
and then they did the Return of the King, and that one went through like the whole fucking game, like the whole movies, like all the movies. Like you got to play, and you could play as all the different characters and replay missions and shit.
Yeah.
Those games were fucking awesome. Me and Chris used to play them all the time.
I played the shit out of that game. The absolute shit out of that.
Yeah,
one.
I think Shoemate posted something about them recently.
I wonder how he's doing.
He's probably dead. He posted something last night
think he's still
about
getting cut.
how he was trying to figure out how to install a subwoofer in this truck.
Oh, he's gonna be there for a while.
Yeah,
He's gonna be there for a while figuring that one out.
he was like, "Does anybody know how to do this?"
Dude, there's only like a couple of wires.
Yeah,
I don't think there's
know.
more than.
He's like,
three.
"Yeah,
I
it's
think
like
there's
a
only two
speaker
wires.
and subwoofer I need to put in
Yeah.
my truck." Can somebody
In
tell me how
total,
to do
there's
it?
probably like 8 wires there that he can't figure out.
I don't know. It's fucking. That's funny as hell. But
Oh
yeah,
man,
dude, I just wanted to ask because I was thinking about Lord of the Rings the other day. I was like, because you don't watch movies, I didn't know if you had seen those or not. I've seen them so many times that I could probably quote everything from those movies. The Irish kids could too.
yeah.
Skinner could. It comes in pints. I
don't
could
know,
fucking.
man.
I could quote everything from that movie. Best trilogies of all time.
I have like really bad. I wouldn't say. I don't know if it's ADD or what, but it has to be quick with me. With movies, it has to be like I'm already sitting down.
You also
for
have
an
to have
hour.
a twist too.
No,
Like everybody
they don't
has to
have
become
have a
Tyler
twist.
Durden at the
They
end
don't
of it.
have to have a twist.
Yeah, everybody's Tyler
But it
Durden at the end of
helps.
a movie.
but it helps.
What if every
Helps a
movie
lot.
is just Tyler Durden is Tyler Durden at the end? Like
That would be the most meta thing they could technically do. Like that would be the ultimate.
Oh, see, this is the thing. It's why you would like KOTOR, because that's basically Fight Club. The story.
Okay. What about the control scheme though?
Stream?
I said
Is it-
scheme.
Is it
Scheme. Control
in
scheme.
there?
Control scheme.
Scheme. Scheme.
I say Sheen.
I don't know. I never played the first one on PC controls. Get good.
Let you have it. Let you try it out for a fucking
I
spin.
thought it was a digital game.
It is. Nah,
You can hand it to me. Oh,
yeah.
it fell through my
I'll
hands.
throw you my computer. You figure it out from there.
How heavy is it? Is it heavier than mine?
No, God, no.
Oh.
No, yours is a fucking monster.
Yeah, I don't like moving that thing.
Yours almost comes up to my knees, probably.
Yeah,
It's a tall case. Why'd you order such a big one?
because like if there's like the Oompa Loompas come over here,
Yeah.
I can be like, hey man, fucking, you want to chill in there?
There's our little person talk of the week. Out of the way. Out of the way.
Wait. You know my
All right.
favorite thing to do to people
No.
and they don't know how to process it? When somebody tries to fist bump you, you just go like this. They don't know what to do if you do that.
Ah.
It fucks with them.
I do the snail.
I know, but, the under thing.
Yeah. Snail.
But people don't know how to handle it if you just go like that. You just put your hand
Just
right
freak
over
them out
top
a little
of it.
bit.
They're like, what
So-
the fuck? They don't know how to process it.
You ready to make this weekend's picks?
Oh, yeah. I was actually thinking
So
about
do
that
that.
when we were talking. I forgot to pull that up. Like, while we were on there
Yeah.
already. Probably would have been better.
I guess we should throw this out here too, just in case. 'Cause I know no one's going to listen to this or see it, but
Yeah, this is a very
we are
watered down
not
card.
experts at fucking all at any of this. So
Oh, at this? Yeah, definitely not.
just don't,
All right.
you know.
There's a lot of people I'm not familiar with, so this is going to be one of them cards.
I already
Okay,
know.
so let's just
I already know
fucking
who I'm picking. In
Get
the
into it, yeah, but
women's
we got to do the
bantamweight bout. I know.
nickname test. Okay, neither of them have nicknames.
Just off the bat,
Does it say? No, it doesn't
I am
have
going
it.
with
Tape.
Anthony Ivy,
Okay, well, they're both
just because he's
they
poisonous.
both have no height or weight. So
They don't really exist.
yeah. So
I'm just going with him because he's poisonous,
oh,
I mean-
Batman reference, but he's not a ginger like
or
Poison
just a
Ivy.
plant.
Oh,
You didn't have to hit it.
yeah, I know. I was fucking. Oh no! Oh no, I made a mistake.
He's fixing the boom arm.
Watch this.
He's
Don't worry, fellas, I'm back.
Woo!
I fucking accidentally undid the thing. All right, everything's cool. All right, so you're going with Ivy.
I
Well,
am.
guess who I'm going with? Aguilera.
Christine Aguilera.
Yeah, that's her brother.
Sweet.
Okay.
She needs to make a comeback.
Okay, well that guy's like noob side body as a shadow
Yeah.
person. What's with everybody having? That guy has no height either. He's gonna
not
have a huge
important
height
enough.
advantage.
That's a 5 feet taller.
The dude's his record's kind of getting there, huh?
Yeah. I don't know if you want to
Tyson
go
Ham.
first or do
I
you want me
swear
to go
that
first.
said Ham at first. What up, Ham? I would have went with him. I'm gonna go with the shadow guy just because he has a hard to pronounce name. Adashev.
I wanted to pick Tyson anyway because of the chicken.
Tyson. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Tyson's chicken, dude. Hell yeah.
I'm definitely picking the woman's first too. This bantamweight
Okay.
bout.
Here
I
we
wanna
go.
first.
Okay. The only thing I know about these two
Oh, shit.
is you remember Tim Elliott from a couple cards
Yeah.
ago? That she's dating him.
Damn it.
She's
Man,
dating him.
see, here's the thing. I really want to pick Gina here because she has colored hair, and that just means they're crazy. But her nickname is the other Julia Villa's name is the Raging Panda.
Well, this is your fucking expertise right here, the female fights. So,
I'm gonna stick with Gina.
okay.
Colored hair women are fucking crazy.
I'm going to go with Julia. Just because I feel like the thing about chicks with colored hair, they're crazy, but I think they're more like just like in your face loud, but like all bark, no bite.
Fuck, that's a good analysis. I didn't think that
You know
deep
what I mean?
about
Like they're really loud,
it.
but
Yeah,
nothing much to it.
I didn't think that deep about it.
All right, well, okay, I guess we'll find out. Because then again, she's probably got some secret rage because Raging Panda.
Yeah.
All right, so we got that one.
She does also look like someone Tim Elliott would date, that fucking loser.
Okay. Wait, what's his face? Ray Borg's not on that fight anymore? That was actually a really... Wait a minute. Okay, I was looking at
I don't know
something
what
else.
happened.
I will say one of the few guys I know on this card is him.
Yeah.
Davashil, I think is how you say his name. I can't remember. Mirab, I just say. But he's a beast. He's a Dagestani. Oh, no, he's not Dagestani, but he's he wears the same things that
Go Clemson.
Khabib wears, those papkaya things. They look like afros that like Russian people wear sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he wears those when he comes out. He's pretty well rounded. He's a good grappler, pretty powerful dude. really good pressure and shit.
Yeah.
And I have no idea who that guy is. So
I'll go with Gustavo here, just for the underdog.
no, you're going.
What?
Maybe I wanted to go with Gustavo.
But you talked fucking Mira up.
That's because he's one of the only guys I know
I'm just
on the
saying.
card.
That's what I figured you were going with. Is him.
No, I'm just breaking it down.
Okay, well, who are you going with?
I
Then?
don't know who you going with.
I'm still gonna go with Gustavo.
I was
believe in
hoping I
him.
could shame you out of not picking him. All right, well, I'm going with him because he's the machine.
Fuck Bert Kreischer.
Yeah, he's not funny at all. Okay.
Oh,
I will
shit.
say she fought actually last week, but it was she's the one that got caught in the knee bar.
I'm
Really
automatically
quick
going Maria then. There's no fucking question.
well, I'm going with Hannah Cyphers.
Oh shit! I was about to say this Maria chick ain't even fucking fought.
I'm going with Hannah Cyphers because she's really small and she's got that wiriness of a small chick.
I
And,
really wish we.
She's also plus the
height.
thing about Hannah that makes me laugh is she's like an extremely nervous, soft-spoken person. So whenever she has a post-fight thing, she's like, yeah. She talks like that.
I will say, looking at Maria here, I don't have any faith in her.
But I
at
do
all.
feel bad because Hannah completely shit the bed in that last fight. She was doing really good on the feet, and Mackenzie Dern only had one way to win, and that was to get to the ground. And Hannah had a chance to disengage from the ground, but she's like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to play on the ground with her. And she got caught in the knee bar. But she was doing good on the feet.
Also, future fatty,
she
when
doesn't
you're
have a
listening
goddamn
to
picture.
this, put an asterisk beside this one.
Asterisk.
I'm looking at Maria and I'm regretting it. I think Hannah's going to win, but I'm still putting my pick on Maria just to be different for this one, since this isn't a big card.
Yeah, I'll say, well, it's kind of fucked up they didn't give her the... I will say she does win the... out of these two, she wins the looks thing.
Julia wins the other one, too.
Yeah,